President, Congress, Dai Bowyer, Unite the Union, seconding Motion 8, Stand Up for Steel. Both the mover of the motion and myself have worked in the steel industry and have worked there all our working lives. And at present, the steel industry within the UK is dying, and it's death by 1,000 cuts, while the present government looks on and does absolutely nothing. Both Unite and Community are proud of our members that work in the UK's steel industry. I'm proud of the contribution they make to the economy and to society as a whole. The industry provides £95 billion of the country's GDP. That's equivalent to a fifth of all manufacturing within the UK, and contributes £12 billion in taxes and levies and a further £7 billion in wages and national insurance contributions to the Exchequer. The steel industry is a crucial component of the UK economy, and its demise is unthinkable. A total reliance upon imported steel would make the UK vulnerable to significant shifts within the global supply chain, and demand would ultimately be more expensive. Strategic growth within the UK sectors such as automotive, aerospace, green technology, oil, gas, nuclear and construction all heavily depend on the production of steel. A strong and competitive steel sector is also important to Europe's industrial base. The EU is the second largest producer of steel in the world, with an output of 177 million tonnes of steel a year, accounting for 11% of global growth. Congress, the UK steel industry, stands at an historic crossroads in the coming years, and the action of parliamentarians and government will be hugely important in determining whether the steel industry has a future in this country, or any future at all. It's not regarded as alien elsewhere in Europe for governments to construct strategic and holistic approaches to their manufacturing sectors, ensuring high quality and sustainable industries to service their economic and social needs for the coming decades. Unite therefore calls on the UK government to establish a clear, coherent and interventionist industrial policy focused on lifting investment levels, improving productivity and sustaining a well-organised and skilled sector capable of facing the challenges of globalisation. The energy regulatory scheme needs amending to ensure that British companies are not disadvantaged compared with their counterparts elsewhere in Europe, particularly in France and Germany, where government takes a proactive role to shore up investment and growth. In this year's budget, the Chancellor announced support for the steel industry and other energy-intensive sectors. However, we are still waiting for that support to be available. Pledging the support for industry is one thing, delivering it is another. The Chancellor talks the talk, but I'm afraid he's not able to walk the walk. Please support this motion for the steel industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have no further speakers. I assume Community waives their right of reply. So we will move to the vote on motion 8, Stand Up for Steel.